Okay, hello everybody. My name is Juuso Voltti. I am a Killer Inquiries facilitator and I will be hosting today's guided natural rest. And there's a question that a few people have asked me to clarify. So I'm going to do that now before we start. And the question is about the difference between the traditional mindfulness and the natural rest that we do in connection with the Killer inquiries. And the short answer is that there's hardly any difference at all. The difference is in the context and how we relate to thoughts and emotions. Hello, Joyce. Nice to see you. Could you first of all send a thumbs up or something that my microphone works, because I'm using a new microphone and I want to, before we start actually doing the session, I want to make sure that you can hear me all right. So as I was saying, so the difference between the traditional mindfulness practice and the natural rest that we do here has really to do with how we relate to thoughts. So as we are, thanks Michelle. So as we're doing the natural rest practice or traditional mindfulness, we usually allow those thoughts to come and go, and we don't really pay much attention to them. And that's the same whether we're doing traditional mindfulness or natural rest. The difference is that if you're doing traditional mindfulness, you'd usually leave it at that. So the whole practice is just being present in the moment and not paying much attention to thoughts. Whereas with natural rest, what we do is we take the time to do the natural rest practice and get into a calm state where we're not too bothered about those thoughts. But we still know that unless we take time to actually look at those thoughts and be with any emotions that those thoughts bring up, those thoughts and beliefs, they might come and haunt us during our everyday life after the practice. So what we do in the Killer Bee inquiries and to some degree also with the living inquiries is we do this natural rest first to get us into this calm space, and then we start looking at those thoughts and kind of getting to the bottom of what is bothering us about those, like what is causing the emotions. And it's not an intellectual process. We're simply looking at those thoughts, allowing those thoughts to be there, and allowing any emotions to come up and then be with those emotions or body sensations. So that is the practice that we do in when we do the actual Killer Bee inquiries. But if we look at this natural rest, it's really similar to doing any type of mindfulness, like traditional mindfulness practice, and there's like hardly any difference at all in that part of the practice. I thought today I would do another natural rest, which is again kind of the relaxation kind of thing. And I will be doing this, I will be going a little bit more slowly than I've done before. So there's going to be a bit more time to be with those different body sensations, and I might be giving a little less instructions, simply to give you like more time to be with those sensations and kind of give you time to settle in. Okay, so you can do this sitting or lying down, either way is fine. And let's start by simply coming back to this present moment and noticing the space we are in. Maybe look around a little bit. Noticing a few details, either in the room or if you're able to look outside the window to notice what you're seeing outside. And then bring your attention to what you're hearing. So noticing any sounds that you might be hearing either inside the room or outside, and including also my voice. And noticing how those sounds simply come and go, and you can't really know what the next sound is going to be. And just like we're allowing all of those sounds to be, allowing those sounds to come and go, this is the exact same thing we're going to do with body sensations and emotions when we get to that part. And then if you can bring your attention to your breathing for a moment, noticing the breath coming in and going out. And the same thing with the breathing, noticing you don't really need to change it in any way. You can just notice how the breathing feels right now. And as you're breathing out, you can allow your body to relax a little bit. And if you feel comfortable and haven't done so already, you can close your eyes. And let's tune into the felt sense in the body. Let's get an overall sense of how we're feeling in the body at this moment. And again, allowing the whole body to relax as we exhale. And then bring your attention to the head, noticing any sensations that you're feeling in your head. And we're really just noticing those sensations. During this practice, there's no need to try and change anything. We're simply noticing that there's this kind of sensation in this part of the head. And just allowing it to be there. And then bring your attention to your face and allowing the muscles in your face to relax. And if there's any tension that doesn't want to relax, that's quite all right as well. We're simply noticing what is there. And if we're noticing that there is some tendency to want those sensations to be different, wanting our muscles, for example, to relax even more, can notice that wanting, that tendency, and see if you can allow even that to be there. And then moving down to the neck and throat area. Noticing any sensations you might be feeling there. And also noticing there are different kinds of body sensations which we might not pay much attention to normally during the day. But as we're bringing the attention intentionally to the neck and the throat, we can notice there are sensations there. And again, allowing them to be exactly as they are. And then bring your attention to the shoulders and upper back. First, giving your shoulders permission to relax. And whatever tension might be left, allowing it to be there. And then let's move a little bit lower in the back. Noticing a bigger area on the upper back. Noticing any sensations in the mid back. And also the lower back. And then allowing all sensations in the whole back to be exactly as they are. And then bring your attention to your arms. And then noticing any sensations in your elbows and wrists. And then moving on to the palms, the hands. And noticing any sensations in the fingers. And if you feel like wiggling your fingers a little bit, that's okay too. And then allowing the hands and the fingers to relax. And then bringing your attention to the chest. And going down, noticing any sensations in the abdomen. And then bring your attention to the stomach. And noticing how your stomach naturally moves as you're breathing in and breathing out. And again, allowing the muscles in the stomach to relax. And then bring your attention to the pelvic area. Noticing any tension or other sensations you might be feeling there. And before we move on, bring your attention for a moment to the whole upper body. Just noticing how it feels, the whole upper body. And then let's continue moving on to the thighs. And notice if you can feel that slight tingling sensation that is pretty much everywhere in the body all the time. We're not just usually tuning into that. So notice if you can feel that in your thighs. And next, moving on to the knees. Noticing any sensations in the shins and calves. And next, noticing any sensations in the ankles. And finally, bring your attention to the feet and the toes. And like we did with the upper body, let's do the same with the lower body. So noticing the whole lower body. And noticing how it feels in the whole lower body. And then bring your attention to the whole body from head to toe. And allowing the whole body to first relax and allow it to be as it is. And I'm going to give you a moment to see if there's any part of your body that is drawing your attention. And you can also allow your attention to go from one place to the next. And allowing whatever experiences, whatever sensations there are, allowing them to be there, kind of curiously seeing what it feels like in different parts of the body. And then take a moment to just rest here without having to do anything at all. And if your mind has drifted off, you can gently bring your attention back to the sensations in the body. And as we're starting to close this practice, you can slowly start to become aware of the room that you're in. And maybe gently starting to move your body a little bit. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to this more wakeful state of being. And maybe again noticing the surroundings, noticing where you are. And maybe noticing, feeling hopefully a little bit more relaxed and calm. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this guided natural rest, and I wish you a good rest of the day. See you hopefully next time. Bye.